What up, though, Lions fans? We back again with another one, man. It's your boy, known as J at D313SP, and I have with me here again today my main man, my fellow member, the plug, known as the Breed. We breed.
What
How you
up,
feeling,
though? Good, 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 man. I'm good. Just I said happy with this Lions win, man. Just happy. We positive mood, positive fans, and hey, man, just happy about just happy about everything, man. Just happy.
yes. Well, let's get into it, man. So today, while we talking about the victory, I know it's only been 3 games. The fourth game four we on short week is literally around the corner. I just kind of want to get into it real quick before we do our preview stream and stuff later Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
about the next game with Green Bay. I just want to give a quick 3 game assessment of our rookie class of 2023 because at the end of the day, where people had issues with the draft class or not, most of our players have been at least at some point on the field on their prospective sides of the ball. You even saw you see him from Jack Campbell at times hasn't really got the most snaps. He's to me gotten the least. I feel like compared to some of the other guys, but still he's seen the field. Antoine Green has even made appearances on the field. We just had the rookie Kobe coming in for injury reserves reasons, man, and he played well. And then
Mm-hmm.
obviously we talk about Sam Laporta and Brian Branch, who are the 2 leading rookies of the class, along with Jameer Gibbs now, who finally has more lights turned on him due to the injury of David Montgomery. This class, I'm not gonna lie, it's a talented group. Antoine Green, I think if he can get settled in, I think he'll be a very fantastic receiver. You got some veterans in here that he's going to be able to learn from, guys like Marvin Jones, and what I'm saying, I can't wait to see that connection get right. But anyway, yeah, Antoine Green, they put him in there game 2 that he's made. He was in game 3. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
there's potential there. And then when you
Yeah.
look at the offensive lineman, his versatility, already young, and then again when you look at Campbell, he got sacked the other day, and then now you got Branch having the games he's been having, and Sam Laporta. Like I said, they were the 2 leading rookies. Only ones we haven't technically seen are, of course, the rookie Broderick Martin for the D line, and obviously, Henry Hooker, of course, for quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
who we know
Mm-hmm.
potentially later down the line. So, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, man. So far, what's your assessments for some of the rookies, man? Do you want to point out?
As far as the sample size that we seen so far,
Yeah,
they've played well. Like you said, I mean, with the exception of Hendon Hooker, who has an injury, and
yeah,
Broderick Martin, everybody else has pretty much played. You've seen the sample size of these guys, and like I said, like Branch is. I mean, I think he's taken strides. I think he surprised a lot of people of how good he is this early,
yeah.
and the potential of him is it's crazy. Laporta as well, just man, he's gonna be a beast. And what you can see with this rookie class, man, is just they're gonna be here for a while. We hope they're gonna be here
Yeah.
for their whole careers. We don't want them to go anywhere else. We want to see them develop and stay here and retire as Lions.
Yeah.
So, and then with Antoine Green as flashes too. I've seen him when he was in college. I think he was good in college. He could be that. He can. He's a good wide receiver. I think he can really help this team. So all
Now,
these
I ask
guys.
you a quick question. You were at the
Yes, sir.
game. Did he appear on the stat sheet yesterday's game when you were there? Did he make a play? I know he was in the game
Ooh.
for a play or two.
I cannot. I will have to check the stat sheet. I will
Yeah.
have to check. I don't think he played. I don't think he played.
No, I think I heard his number get called. He got in the game.
It,
But I just don't
it,
think he got targeted.
I mean, if he did, I mean, he probably came in for maybe a couple plays, and probably
Yeah.
that's probably it. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's played well because you can see flashes of him in the preseason. and he
Yeah,
showed he showed what he's made of, and people seen him in North Carolina, so
yeah.
they know what he's about.
Right.
But I
And if
mean,
people wonder, not to cut you off, but if people wonder why we
yeah,
highlight him specifically too, because you gotta look at it like this. He's presumably he's fast. He got some
mm-hmm,
underrated route running abilities, but he does have to get settled into the NFL game speed, like a lot of rookies, and him being a late round prospect. Around that talent that he's surrounded with, he has the length and size to stretch downfield.
mm-hmm,
And I think that's part of the reason why he's also getting in there a lot more than maybe the veteran Marvin Jones at times, because they want to get him acclimated quick. Because think about it, if you can get him later down the line to start balling and start, especially when J-Mo come out and he actually
mm-hmm.
can kind of come in and stretch out 20 yards and he gets a couple of grabs, you going into next off season, not to think that far ahead, you going into next off season like, oh, I already got 3, 4 young receivers already under the books. I can let's go and get better. So that's kind of why we highlight him. And you want to take advantage of those late round picks for guys like that. So that was a smart pick for Bryant Holmes to me. We go obviously continue to watch that pick, but like even with like to me, who else like outside of obviously Sam Laporta and Brian Branch, like who has really you think feel like it's standing out, or you think it's like, oh my god, I think he's going to be really good so far out of the guys we have seen play. Who you really?
As far as rookies,
Yeah,
I would say, of course, Jack Campbell. I've always
yeah,
been high on him, but I think, I think a guy we just haven't really seen that. But I think Broderick Martin is going to be that guy. If he gets playing time and he's there to learn from guys like Bugs and McNeil, I think he has a chance to be really good
yeah,
learning from them guys. But as far as guys who's played,
yeah.
um, man, I've been surprised at Kobe. I've been surprised at Kobe of how well he's played. And for a guy who's, came from a small school that nobody really knew about, and for him to come in and do his job and as done as well as he has, I've been probably more surprised at him and how well he's played. I've been pretty much more surprised at him than anybody
Yeah.
out of the guys we drafted. I knew what Green was about. I knew what everybody else was about, but with Kobe, I didn't know too much on. I didn't see too much film on him. So just to see him out there and then see flashes of him in the preseason, I think I'm more surprised at him and how well he's played. Because sometimes when you draft somebody in these small schools, a lot of times it don't pan out that way. For him to do that, I've been impressed with him. I've been impressed with him.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. He was a hell of a big person mover. Like he was just a big bulldozer. He just moves you out the way. If you're a celebrity coming through and you don't want nobody bothering you, you should have that guy as your security. He just go get you out the way. And that's how I saw his film, man. And what I'm saying, it showed he seems to be versatile. Now you said from what you could tell, I had a hard time these last 2 games tracking where some of our players have been lined up at for some reason. Like I saw most of our guys. There was a few of them in here and there that I kind of like missed. Now, to my knowledge, you said he lined up at left tackle.
I believe so.
If you're correct about that, that's huge. And don't quote us on that. We could be wrong, guys. We might have to go back and look. Our bad.
If we are wrong, let us know about that.
Right.
That's my perspective.
Exactly. But either way, we saw that dude out there. We saw him out there making some plays. We just got confused a little bit on the line. It happens, people. Calm down. But yeah, man, it's like when you
wrong too. So
exactly, you know what I'm saying. So and then when you look at the attributions of guys like obviously Jack Campbell, him getting that sack, that's going to increase his confidence. Now, they asked him inside the den during his draft process. They asked him, "What if we need you to be a rusher?" He said he's never really done it before. He said he'd be willing to though, and that showed it yesterday. With something we wish we could have saw game 2, and then now they did it this game. And he had a nice set too. You know, he chased him down. He hawked down that quarterback. Let's be honest, Desmond Ritter can move. And so for him to come off the edge like that and hauling him down, that was actually pretty good. You know, so you're glad to have seen that. And you know, like you said about what we know, Branch and Sam Laporta are A+ picks. You know what I'm saying? The stuff, I think it's the physicality with Sam Laporta that's like really surprising me. Like I knew he could be a good receiver that could run out, catch routes, get open in space, and get downfield. You move fast, but I think it's the physicality that's I've been catching an eye on. You know, he plays with that chip on his shoulder. You know, from his upbringing, as far as and getting into college football and all that stuff, and getting his way into the league. He has a chip on the shoulder. But that chip seems to be a lot bigger than I thought. Because he, like I said, when I seen a play where he caught a pass, he was initially 2 yards shy of first down, but he kept forcing it. Everybody surrounded from our players, other teams' defense, and end up being a first down. And I'm like, wow, this guy just chooses not to go down. Like, that's what you're supposed to be as a tight end. You know, not supposed to let yourself get tired. You're supposed to be a force. You know, supposed to hurt defenses. And I hope the Lions can master running him in more motions and get him spread out, because he's going to be hard to cover. Like, think about all the years that it's been hard for us to cover tight end. If we can apply the same pressure right back to other defenses and get him spread it out open, 20 yards deep,
and not only and I've said this many times, he's not only a good guy on the field as a tight end. You know, he's good at blocking. So if you in a run game, he can block real good. And he shows physicality even blocking as well. So you don't find too many tight ends like this guy. And then to do that as a rookie, and you know that these guys, these defenses and everything like that are going to come at rookies. They're going to come at them. So these linebackers, these defensive linemen, they gonna come at him. They gonna test him. When they go on a blitz, they gonna test him. So it's good to have this early, while he learns. So and then, like I said, to have Dan Campbell, who's a former tight end, to learn from him, and have Laporta learn from this guy and his work ethic and everything, it's only going to get better.
Ben Johnson also played tight end and wide receiver. He was a wide receiver coach and a tight end coach. However, it's like I said, though, the test for them, though, they got to make sure they can put them consistently in the right spot. Because you got a really good tight end coach, too, in Hayden. I believe that's his name. So
and to even add to that, too, man, even, and I know Hendon Hooker's been hurt, but it's good to have the guys that's at quarterback and the guys that he's learning from. It's good that he has that learning too. The Goffs, the Teddy Bridgewaters, to learn from these guys. The JT Barretts and all these guys. It's good that he learns from that in his rookie year.
So, that transition from that college to that next level, especially with Bridgewater, because he gets a little bit more personal time with the team. Showing the young guys, hey, this is what you want to do. This is what you want to do. This is what golf is going to command you. If you're out here doing this, we saw it in camp. Teddy Bridgewater talking to the receivers, and then the young players in general, and was very vocal with Hendon Hooker. So, what I'm saying, again, we don't know what's going to be his future or not. What I'm saying, but dude's a talented prospect. Dude would have probably been a late first round, early second round pick had he not got hurt. So let's be honest with that. Dude has talent. So you got this is the first time that I can say when it comes to a rookie quarterback on this roster that in a long time that the Lions have had two guys that can come out there and play for us right now, being in one locker room to help a young guy like him flourish. That's you can't say that how often that's been the case. I got to to our GM for that one because we have not had that. When Stafford came in the game, you had you had the backup. They ended up coming in afterwards for him. They used to play for Minnesota. Tomorrow Dante Culpepper. And whoever, and I think that was probably it. Nobody else was in particularly pretty good. And I know we ended up having Sean Hill and all those guys coming in through after the worst. But rookie Stafford, he had Dante Culpepper, which at that time to me wasn't a bad backup for him to learn from either. You know what I'm saying? At that time of
Mhm.
Stafford, but that's the last time we've seen that. You know, we had him
Right.
for 12 years. We drafted 2 quarterbacks in the late rounds, in the late years of his career, and then we didn't get another one till Hendon Hooker in the top 3. So that's
Mhm.
just to put him in that position to be able to learn and pick the brains off people, man. Like you could literally milk this right now for 2 more years or a year or two and let him just watch and learn. You know,
Mhm.
same way you saw with Jordan Love, sort of. You know, we don't see a full extent what he's going to do with them, but you know, so far he's just getting a chance to now finally be a rookie for the Green Bay Packers. So,
Mhm.
saying now for us, Hendon Hooker's going to probably hit that stride. So it's important that the Lions, like I said, keep having these drafts and having these guys like Branch on defense, who we got to talk about again, man. I know we love us some Brian Branch, but man, it's got to be talked about because again, a player that versatile. Him and Sam Laporta are literally like this. You know what I'm saying? You got them just, they don't give a fuck. Like,
Right.
excuse me, that French, they just don't
Exactly.
give a fuck out there.
Exactly.
And that's what I
Mhm.
love about really the first 4 picks, man. I gotta be honest with you. Even if you count Broderick Martin, I'd say the whole class for the most part. You got some guys that's just with it. When you look at their mentality where they were college players, they just with shits. Like Jack Campbell's with it. Then you know, obviously Brian Branch and Broderick. Then you got the speedster from Alabama who had a very good late game. Like it was so great to see Jahmyr Gibbs just
Mhm.
stretch out one late in the game on Sunday, man, and get that big 20-yard run he had off from 18 carries.
Yeah.
With that line being banged up as it was, a lot of it came from that side. So
But
that was just a good thing to see.
it goes back to Brad Holmes in drafting these guys. It goes back to
Yeah,
that. It goes back to good drafting over the last couple of years from Brad Holmes. He's we've developed some good young talent from drafting. We haven't had that in a long time,
yeah,
and now we have pieces,
yeah,
and we also have veterans who don't have a problem teaching these young guys what's going on. A lot of times
yeah,
you got veterans out here that are so worried about their spots. When they see them draft a young guy, they like, I'm not gonna teach him anything. I'm too worried about my spot. You got veterans that want to teach these young guys how to play.
yeah,
That's a luxury right there, man. That's one of the things I love about this team, man.
yeah.
Everybody is together, and they want to learn from each other. That's a blessing
Mm-hmm.
to me,
Yeah, and that's the culture we in, man. So, you
man.
know, y'all tell us though, man. Y'all agree with what we say, man. I agree with what he said in there, man. This has been a good video topic, man, to talk about. We just had to come mention this. But man, if y'all like anything we had to say about our rookies, if you feel like we should have waited longer or had something we missed, let us know in the comment section, man. If you like what we also had to say, man, of course, drop us a like, share this content with all your friends and their friends and whoever else, and give us a sub, man, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this, man. We got the show later on Wednesday evening, man. We should be a good one. Going for game 4, man, on a short week for national TV again. Let's see what we about. 2-1 teams going at it. With that being said, though, I'm known as Jay, and this is the new breed, and we out here, coach.